Ted Lasso is wrapped up, and I'm bummed out. My mom's the one who put me onto this show, and if I'm being completely honest, I thought I was going to hate it. From what I saw in the commercials, it seemed cheesy. It's about a soccer club in England. Why would I care? For heaven's sake, I don't even call the sport football like the rest of the world. Well, I watched 2 episodes, and it hooked me. Don't be surprised if you see me walking down the street in an AFC Richmond jersey, hitting the Ted Lasso 2-step. I loved this show, and I'm irritated it's taken me this long to talk about it. The show wrapped up at the end of May 2023, and what have I been doing?
Crack!
Well, no more. Let's talk about some good TV. Ted Lasso is about a football club in England that has recently changed ownership. This happened because the original owner's now ex-wife Rebecca Walton won the club in the divorce. Rebecca is rightly upset with her ex-husband Rupert because he was cheating on her for the majority of their marriage. So to get revenge, she decides to ruin the legacy that he created through the football club. To do this, Rebecca hires an American football coach from Oklahoma to fly to England and coach a professional soccer team when he's never even watched the sport. Sounds like a decent plan. The problem is this Ted guy is not only the most wholesome person I've ever seen in my life, but he's also a great coach. It doesn't matter that Ted's not familiar with the rules of the game. He's able to establish a connection with the players and staff. So much so, AFC Richmond starts winning. This would upset Rebecca, but the problem is this Ted guy is just too likable. Also, there's the added benefit of her ex-husband surprisingly hating how well the team is doing, but it's still mostly credited to Ted being the most likable person on the planet. I honestly feel like a better person just listening to him talk. That's the primary setup for the first season, and from there you go on a journey with this club. Viewers learn to love, hate, and laugh with the members of AFC Richmond. Whether they're players or staff, almost everyone gets their moment to shine in this show. Ted is the center point for sure, but I mean it when I say almost every character introduced has a satisfying story arc by the time the end credits roll. Some standout characters include Roy Kent, Rebecca, the Beard, Keeley. Honestly, I love everyone in Ted Lasso, even the scummy characters. I appreciate a good douchebag in my entertainment. And that's precisely what you get here. Some of these actors must portray a character that is a shitty person, and they do it very well. So well you may come around to liking them.
I hate it. It's great.
Now I know a lot of people have probably heard of this show and assumed that it's an overly sentimental cheese fest, a la Full House. The thing is, that is true, but it doesn't compromise the show. The writers always remember they're trying to portray real people with real problems. That being the case, not everything goes smoothly. Just when you think Ted Lasso is going to ride that Velveeta packet off into the sunset, something horribly compelling happens. And even if things do work out, you can expect some mean-spirited, raunchy humor along the way. At no point while watching this show did I feel like it wasn't worth my time. In fact, it has some of my favorite jokes and episodes seen in any TV show. AFC Richmond's journey through 3 seasons of TV amounts to one of the most emotionally satisfying character pieces out there. If you're not crying by the end, you're either one of the coldest people alive or you just held it back because you're that guy. I really did love it, and I would like to sit here and tell you that it's a perfect show. I want to go on for hours about how Ted's porn star mustache is perfect and you should wake up and worship it every day. While that may be true, there are other more important things to discuss. Like the flaws. First off, the last season has a decent amount of filler. There are a few character arcs that they resolve in previous seasons that they end up reopening later. It only feels like this is done to give these characters something to do. It doesn't feel necessary. I understand that it's essential to make sure these characters feel fleshed out, but some of the 3rd season's narrative does feel like it was only added to fill the 12 episodes that the show was allotted for its conclusion. Besides that, I only have one other complaint, but it's a big one. One of the most important people in the show has an unsatisfying wrap-up. This problem manifests during the last episode, and it shocks me everyone in the show gets a decent ending, except this one character. I won't go into detail to avoid spoilers, but I was really irritated with how this character's story was finished.
This trash?
Even with these complaints, Ted Lasso is a fantastic watch. It's just those 2 things pull it away from being a perfect show in my eyes. Certainly rough, but at least I have some good entertainment to cushion the blow. Apple helped create a series that is a prime example of feel-good TV that still manages to be realistic with real-world problems and humor. You're not watching a Hallmark special here. You're watching the best dramedy I've seen in years. The show is only available on Apple TV, but it's worth it. I never thought I'd be singing such high praises for Ted Lasso, but here we are. To end this video, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who worked on this show. You did a great job, and I'll be revisiting your creation for years.